everyone. Sorry for all that craziness putting the camera where it needed to be. Let me get into it here so I can talk to you guys. Sorry, guys. Hey, there I am. Sorry about that, guys. Hello, everybody. Oh, wow, there's 12 people here already. I'm sorry, so you all got to see my weirdness trying to pick everything up. Sorry about that. My room's a little bit of a mess today. I'm still sewing for birthdays. Is the sound okay? I'm just checking, double checking. Can you hear all right? Hi, Anessa. Hi, Deanne. Oh, I bet Southern California is nice right now. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Denise. Awesome. Thanks for being here, you guys. Can you hear me okay? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me okay. And because I have my little microphone. Last week it died, so it's rechargeable. So I just charged it up, so we should be good to go. Okay, good. You can hear me. Yep. I am still sewing for birthdays. This is a frozen backpack for my little granddaughter. It's a late birthday present. It was supposed to be done by the 12th, but didn't get done, but it will get done probably today sometime. I love this backpack pattern. I've made probably 8 or 10 of them. It's just the toddler backpack pattern from Crazy Little Projects. It's really neat. She wanted a frozen backpack, so frozen she gets. Alrighty, who else have we got here? Hi, Kay. Hi, let's see, Deanne. I've already said hello to Anessa and Deanne. Hi again. Let's see. SoCal Carolyn. Hi, nice to see you. And Camp Calamarley from Washington State. I know I didn't say that right. I'm sorry. All right. Hi, Kay West. 2 Ks are here. And actually, my middle name is Kay, so we've got a trio of Ks. I'm a Kimberly K. That's my middle name. So, how is your sewing going this week? I don't know if any of you, a lot of you are already on there, but in case you're not, we did start a Facebook group. It's a private group for the channel. And yeah, it's just called Dorothy's Daughter Community on Facebook. So feel free to request to join. I've been just every 10 minutes or so checking, and there's like 115 of you in there already, so that's really good. And we're just chatting about what we've been sewing. I said there's only 2 rules to that, and one is no politics for obvious reasons. It's a divisive thing, so none. I have my stands and other people have theirs, but I want to unite us under sewing, so just about sewing. And the other thing is be kind. So those are the only 2 rules, kind of like kindergarten, you know, all the things you needed to know before you went to kindergarten. That's kind of what we need. So, a reminder just popped up on my iPad to do a chat at 3 o'clock. Good. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Kay. I think it's going to be really fun. I hope it'll be another way to share viewer makes. I still want to put them in my videos, but I would really love to see you guys share what you make too. And you guys, if you're in that group, you might get a heads up on what's going to happen on the channel too. So today I hit 4,800 subscribers, which blows my mind. I remember thinking a year ago that I would just be happy if I ever got to 1,000. So that's just, I have no words. I'm just so blown away. Sorry, I'm very thirsty today. It's hot here. This is the first hot day we've had. It's like 86. And our air conditioning is still broken. You might remember that from last year. It actually broke, I guess, 2 years ago. And through that time, my husband was laid off, and I had my injury, and we just didn't, we had medical bills, and we just haven't had the money to replace it. But thanks to the stimulus check, we will be getting our air conditioning. So we just now have to find somebody to come out and put it in for us. So excited. That'll extend my sewing time up here this year because the last couple years I'd have to get up really early and sew until it got in the late afternoon. It got warm in here because this is a north facing upstairs window, and so in the evening from about maybe now like 3 to about probably 6 or 7, it would just be really bright in here and extremely hot. So I would just get up and sew from like 6 to noon and then do my other things I had to do after that, and then come back in here in the evening after dinner. I still got everything done, but it will really be nice to not have to plan my things in here so much this year after we get that air conditioning put in. Alrighty. Hello, everyone from sunny Birmingham, England. Hi, Bridget. Good to see ya. Hi, Paula. Good to see you guys. You guys are all, I know you guys are all the regulars, right? Every week. Thank you so much for being that for me. Oh, hi, Antoinette. Welcome. I'm Kim. I'm the owner of the channel, and it's wonderful to have you here. So I hope that you can share, and just if you have any sewing questions, feel free to ask or share something exciting or not exciting or whatever. There's no real agenda for these chats except just to have some fellowship with people who sew. Hi, Teresa. Local motel commissioned me to make masks for housekeepers and pillowcases from large sheets that have a few stains but just won't come out. Oh, that's really cool. That's a great way to use those instead of just throwing them away. Wow, that's really nice. And then people can be sure that their cleaning staff hasn't contaminated a room. We had somebody out to fix our dryer today. Our dryer, the heating element went out. And of course, I've got all this fabric I have to wash, and, among other things. But we called him out, and it was the heating element, so he replaced it. And he had a mask on and everything. But I have to laugh at the people who wear them here, that don't pull them up over their nose. You have to wear them right. And they go over your nose, just for the record. And I'm sure you all know that because you're all making them. But I didn't say anything to him because he was really nice to come out on a holiday weekend and fix our dryer. So he's okay in my book. Hi, Kim, from another Kim. You're in Philly. Nice. All right. So did y'all hear that Blueprint is going to close? I just saw a article on that earlier today. I'm really sad. I love Blueprint. It's not because of me that they're not closing, because I certainly have spent enough money there. So I don't know. What do you think? You think that it'll get bought by another company and maybe continue? And what happens to our forever classes? Have y'all heard anything? I still have Creative Bug through my library. Actually, we get Creative Bug for free through the library. So if you're in the U.S. and you have a library, check and see, because it's in a lot of libraries for free. I'm not sure why Blueprint would close, but they have so many wonderful classes. I eat those up. And I love the little thing between Mimi G and her husband. That's so much fun. What are your favorite things on Blueprint? Y'all are quiet. I wonder if I got... I'm coming back, y'all. I'm just making sure that this camera isn't... Okay. Start. Y'all got to see my messy floor. Sorry about that, y'all. I think I lost you for a minute. My phone was not on airplane mode, and there was a notification up, and I think it like stops the feed. How did the pack-away hoodies go? Haven't made them yet. That birthday's not till June 15th, so I have a little bit of time yet. Okay, like the sewing classes and the kits. Yeah, I do too. I never got a kit, but I really love their classes. I took a beginner's serging class there when I first got my serger. I took the first time I made bathing suits, I took a class there. And drafting. I did a sloper class to get my own blocks, and yeah, I'm gonna miss it. Linda Lee Pat, yeah, she's wonderful. I had just found her recently. She's really good. Sorry, trying to finish mask orders and my fairy bags before I have to move. Aw, that's, tell me again what your fairy bags are. I kind of forgot. I know you told us once before, but, hopefully you're not moving too far away. We don't want to lose you. Hi, Paula, who has a question. Is there any woven pattern, loose fit, got fabric, not pattern? Oh, fabric. Oh, you have the fabric, but not a pattern. Are you looking for a top, pants, dress? There's a lot of nice patterns. Loose fit. First one that comes to mind as far as top goes is the Rhapsody. That's a really nice one. That's kind of loose and yet just looks real feminine and pretty. I have a tatting class that I purchased. My grandmother gave me tatting shuttle years ago. Haven't figured this tatting out yet, but maybe someday. And that was on Blueprint that you got the class. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things we're going to miss for sure. Everybody must be out enjoying this gorgeous weather today. There's not as many people in here today. Dress pattern. Okay, well, there's the Rhapsody dress. You wouldn't have to put the elastic in the waist. And it's a woven that you have. The Eucalypt by Megan Nielsen is kind of a tank dress that's flowy, on the flowy side. The Alder shirt dress from Grainline is a really nice one. I haven't made this one, but the Mericitis from who does that one? Papercut? I think it might be Papercut Theory. Papercut patterns. I mean, those are really nice. I'm not for sure who does the Mericitis, I think it's called. It sounds like a disease, but it's myositis, but it's a dress. I remember thinking it sounded like a muscle disease, but that's just me. The coldest May ever. Yeah, we have had a cold one too, but today it's finally warm and it's beautiful. It was supposed to be so rainy today and everything. It's gorgeous. It's just gorgeous out there. One of these days I'm going to take my Chad outside. Maybe we'll do that sometime. It's Knock Knock Ginger with booze and presents. Oh, Oh, that's right. You take them to the people's houses and then, yeah, that's right. I remember that now. That is really fun. Bottle of margaritas on my porch if you want. um, Hi, Adrian. Nice to see you here, hon. Thanks for the tips. We'll check them out. Okay. And that's how you make bags of goodies, drinks, snacks, and leave them on people's in the Facebook group's doorsteps. That's fun. It would be fun if we could do that if we weren't all so far away. It would be really fun for us to do. When you made the Allegro skirt hack, did you size down the shorts underneath? No, I didn't. The shorts are actually the same fit as the other shorts I made. It's just that I think because I was holding my knee up, they look tighter, but they aren't. Yeah, no, I used the same size, and I just omitted the pockets, and I didn't, fuss with a drawstring or anything like that. So just I just made the pants, the shorts without a waistband. And then I attached the waistband to both the skirt and the shorts together. Really simple. And that's I would, but it's a long drive for drinks from northwestern Ontario. I don't know. I could hop on a train and be there. Now, maybe not right now, but someday. Yeah, we take you can take a train to Ontario from Detroit, goes to Toronto, but then I know northwestern Toronto is a little further than that, but that's fun. When you made okay, you asked, I answered that one already. All right, so what are y'all sewing today? Masks and fairy bags. The day started out with beautiful sunshine. About 2 minutes before you went live, it began to rain. Oh, I hope it's not coming here, but it probably is. It's supposed to be really stormy tomorrow. Everybody grilling out and everything. Be kind of nasty tomorrow. Ah, you're making a rhapsody. I love that pattern. I really do. Denise is making pantaloons and a chemise. How cool. Is that going to go under a dress? I think of pantaloons and I kind of think of the things that we wore under costumes in theater. Is that those kind of pantaloons or just something that is like more wearable all the time? Forgive me if I'm just not knowing the obvious. 23 hours further, quite a ways then. Probably not something that I could do in a day. Let's see. Allegro shorts and laundry day tee. That's a nice combination. Try to sew patterns and they went out way too wide. Can I sew them from the side seams? Oh, from pants? Oh, yeah, you could probably just, what I would probably do if you had a pair of pants that were way too wide, take a pattern that's slimmer leg and lay the pattern piece on your leg so that you can kind of have a guideline of where to taper it to. And yeah, it should be real easy. Just do it inside out and just be sure you taper slowly and don't do it all at once so you don't have like a point on your hip or anything. Is it a shalwar cami? Summer robe and blouse from McCall's? Nice. Oh, you're going to use them for warm weather pajamas. Oh, that's really nice. Have y'all done the Luna from Love Notions? It has the tank tops and the shorts, and then it has also the crop pants. I love those. I live in those kind of pajamas all the time. We're just doing Ellie and Mac board shorts, game day tee, and 2 woven traditional little girl dresses. Aw, I love little girl dresses. It's my favorite thing. Kay's not sewing this afternoon because we have a church leadership meeting to plan preparation to phase back to in-person worship. I would love to chat with you about that, Kay, because we're in the middle of that as well. And I'm the worship director, and everybody's asking me what I think. And I almost don't really want to be the one to say what I think because I'm so torn. Like, I want to get back together and see everybody, but how worth it is it to get back together if everybody has to wear masks? Now they're saying singing spreads it too much. So if we have to get together and not sing and not have anything for children, I don't know. It's really tough. I'll be praying for you. And let me know, like, if you would, just email me what you guys are doing, because and if you do, I will email you back a video that my niece sent to me today that was some thoughts about whether or not to open too soon, or whether it would be better just to wait a little bit. So yeah, I don't know what to do. My husband's on the elder board, and those guys ultimately are going to decide, but they asked me, they were talking about me leading worship with a mask on, and I just don't know if I can do that. I don't know. It's just a matter of prayer. You want to do the right thing by everybody. You want to definitely have the church there for, the church has always been there. It always will be. But the actual in-person services, I think we found out that a lot of church does not happen within those walls. And that's a cool thing too. But yeah, it's just such a hard thing. I won't go on about that. But Kay, email me. Adrian taking a jean making class from Cashmerette, and ooh, nice. Trying the Ames. Ames, is that one of their jeans patterns? I think it is. Paula, these were toile or two. I might never master sewing pants. Oh, you know what? We are going to have this week, I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. This week, I'm going to do, I'm going to start like a series, and we're going to start with pants and plan what pants should you make for what, like what tops are you going to wear with them, what fabric should you use, summertime, wintertime, jeans, all of those things. We're going to do a little bit of that, and then we're going to do detailed fitting, and I'm going to try to be as comprehensive as I can be. But I also have to be generic because everybody's shape is different. So I'll probably use myself as an example, but obviously some people are shaped the exact opposite of me. But I think the important thing is to, have a standard of where you measure and that kind of thing. And then, you'll know how, let's say I think my waist is here. It's a real subjective thing, although it isn't really, but a lot of people think their waist is here. I think mine is down here. But because it's where you bend side to side, that's where your waist is. So, what we're going to have to do with those, like, sort of things that are real individual is just say this is the standard, and if you want your waist to be 2 inches higher than that, then you just need to compensate for that, so that we can actually do some really intensive pant fitting. And that was one of the reasons I started the Facebook group, because we can, if you get hung up, we can take it to the Facebook group and help each other. You can, put the pants on, show where the wrinkles are pointing, and we can hopefully help each other. And if you can get one really nice block for one pattern that fits you well, then you can take that crotch curve and copy it onto any pattern. So that's my goal, and I wanted to start that this coming week. So I do want to do, I keep saying I'm going to do this, but I am going to do the itch to stitch. I have everything I need to do that, and I feel so bad, but there's just been so many things that have been sort of timely, and that wasn't, so it got shoved back. But I'm going to do the itch to stitch thing probably Tuesday, and then I think Wednesday, Thursday, or I'll probably do Wednesday, Friday, or Wednesday, Thursday. I'm going to do at least 2 pant sessions this week, and it might last us for several videos, But I think that if every one of my viewers had a pants, pair of pants, one pattern that fit them perfectly, then you guys could take that and then, draw that curve. And usually, here's what happens. Once you do fit a really good pair of pants to your body, then it's really not a mystery what you have to do the next time. I always know I have to add on extension onto the back crotch because I just need the room back there. And, I know that, so I might make a toile without it, but then sure enough, I'll end up having to add it. So that's what I would like for you, is I think once you know your body, it's not as big a mystery as it seems how to fit things. It really isn't. So I want to help demystify that for you guys. Let's see. Yay for the pants series. Good. I'm glad. A lot of people have asked me for it, so that's my plan. Yeah, mid-June. Denise says she hopes to get back to church in mid-June. That seems actually more doable than now, for sure. Beck says, you're making the Ray dress in linen from Tessuti. Nice. Yeah, I miss it too, Dot. Dot says she misses church. No, you're right. I won't take church for granted or corporate worship either. I'm a worship leader. I have a degree in worship, and that feeds me to sing with brothers and sisters together. And I love worship. So it's really been a hole there that, and so it really makes me sad if we have to get back together and not sing. It really makes me sad. All right. Yay for pants. Good. Everybody's wanting pants. That's good. That's nice. I heard that about the cashmere jeans. I might have to try those. I've not tried their jeans patterns, so I actually haven't done, I don't think I've maybe only done one of their patterns. So I probably should check that out more. Oh, good, Deborah. I'm glad that that worked out for you. That and I feel like we can do that with pants. If we take not just fit, but what kind of top are you going to wear with the pants? Because then that matters. What kind of pants you're going to make? I mean, if you're going to make wide leg pants, you certainly don't want to make a long flowy tunic unless that's the look you like. But if I wore that, I'd look like a mushroom. That's the thing I could think of. But I'd look really wide and squatty to the ground. I guess a mushroom's like a good analogy. But so if I wear a flowy tunic, then I need to have like skinny pants. So we can help that way too, talk about that kind of stuff a little bit. But then I want to get into fit and, really delve into it. And each week I'd like you guys to send me questions, because then we can all benefit by it together. And if you'd like to send me questions on the Facebook group, I'll help you guys through them and then share it in a video so that everybody can see. That's my plan anyway. Any advice for tops that are too tight in the back once sleeves are attached? Not sure it's a round back. There is a broad back adjustment. It's kind of similar to the full bust adjustment, only not as much, obviously, but you do it on your back. Some people's bones are just prominent back here. And then the other thing I would maybe do is size up. You can size up as a whole and then like do the narrow shoulder adjustment like I have in my video, where you're actually making a different size neck and shoulder line than the rest of you. That might help a little bit, because the back would then be the larger size, because you're copying the arm size from the larger size. But I think just do a simple little spread like you do for bust adjustment, only do it on the back, or like similar to what you do with the bicep adjustment, where you cut here and then just spread them a little bit. I'll see if I can demonstrate that for you coming up here. Okay. Outside and sing, that would be fun. That would be fun. I love to sing outside. Oh yeah, it would be great to have church outside. That would solve a lot of problems. If you follow Creative CC, she posted her choir all singing via Zoom together. It was beautiful. Oh yeah, please send that to me. We tried to do that, but Zoom has a delay, so what we would have to do is have everybody send us their video and then piece it together. But our worship team now is getting together and recording, so we can just, post our worship team now. It's just that nobody's there. Can I ask already today? I've been copying in Summer K Pants Shorts version. I've measured my crotch depth and it's correct depth, but I'm very flat and those seem to be very deep. Okay. Did you measure the front crotch and back crotch separately? Because that's one thing that will help, because perhaps you have a lower front crotch and the back is higher. That's how I am. I'm sort of tilted that way, and I think a lot of us are that way, especially women who've had babies for various reasons. But you might want to just see if maybe only the front rise needs to be adjusted, which would you would just pinch it, sort of draw it down in the front a little bit. That's what I would do. But first measure from the waist to, like where the seams meet. Find a pair of pants that fit you really well and measure from your waist to where the 4 seams intersect, and then measure from there to the back, and then see if it isn't maybe slanted more toward the back, and that'll help you, I think. Kim, question about the Love Notions Melody Dolman. I know there's supposed to be a lot of ease where the sleeves are, but it was already way too much for me, but the rest fit. What would be the adjustment? I kind of have to see it, but let me try to get a picture in my mind. So the bust it's too large at the bust. Did you, the upper bust area. Okay, did you pick the size by your upper bust measurement? Because for tops, that's probably the best thing to do, because then if your upper bust measurement is smaller than your bust measurement by like 2 or 3 inches, I think it is, then you definitely want to do a full bust adjustment. So maybe that's what you need to do, so you can keep this smaller, but have the bust area fit. But I'm not seeing it. It's hard for me to tell what you're really asking. But if you could take pictures and put it in the Facebook group, then I'm sure I'll help you, and I'm sure there's a lot of other people that would chime in and help too. So excited. That will be super useful after I'm done moving, because I have fabric but scared to try. Don't be scared. It's only fabric. Buy some cheap Walmart stuff, and then you won't feel bad if you make a mistake. Even like every time I cut something out, if it's only fabric, if it goes wrong, it's not like, it's not my life savings. It's a story to tell and a learning experience. So, not that I want to be wasteful, but, if you put it into perspective, it's not the end of the world if you mess up and have to start over. It really isn't. There's very few things that can't be ripped out and redone. So, I'm more nervous to cut than I am to sew, for sure. Oh yeah, internet. Mine yesterday was really bad. Adrian, I never appreciated before how powerful the gathered body is. more the sum of the parts. Yes, you are very correct. More than sum of parts. Yeah. It is not. This is not the way we were designed to operate, and it's really tough. And I think maybe one of the things that's going to come out of this is that we're going to appreciate it so much more when we're back together. I need help making pants with a front panel across the front to help in that area. My daughter says I have a back and a front butt. Daughters. Mine's like that too. Yeah, I have one too. You can put a panel in of power mesh. If you use the duets, they actually have it ends up being the pocket lining, but you can use power mesh and then it's a panel right across the front. It's really nice. Or you can just use a stretch fabric there. It really helps a lot. Or you can do the undies with a power mesh panel as well. Power mesh is my best friend. It's so good. All right. Paula, yes, I'm very flat in the backside. I am not. So, too bad we can't like proportion it and give some. I could give you some of that, you know. See, Kirk in the Hills Presbyterian records a full service with choir every Sunday. Wow, that's cool. We record a full service, but we're not all together when we do it. I record, our worship team is just, we only use 3 singers, and we stand 6 feet apart, and we're in a line so that nobody's in anybody else's cloud. And then my husband plays guitar. He's right behind me, but he's the only place where people are stacked behind is us two. And then we have a bass player, a keyboard, and drums. And we've been able to, just record worship that way. And then our pastor records himself and then sends it to me. So, and that's kind of how we put stuff together, because we just, it's just that's what we're doing. It's not the best, but that's what we're doing. Let's see. I found the post and tagged. Oh, good. Thanks. Thank you very much. Hi, Kim. I'm working on a lace laundry day tee. Ooh, lace. I love it. What color lace? Is it white or blue or... I have some stretch lace I need to do something with, so maybe you'll inspire me. Just popping in to say place an order with So English. Oh, you're gonna love them. Their fabrics are amazing. I don't know if did you see the Audrey top I made with the pink fabric? That was from So English. I love their fabrics. They have the most beautiful prints. And I bought that fabric on their Thanksgiving. They had a really good Black Friday sale. So hope they do that again, because that was really good. All right. Let's see. Demystifying fitting. Yep. It's a journey, but it's a thing. You're right. Once you know what to do, it's repeatable and measurable thing. Absolutely. It's like having a key. Like all you have to do is understand your body, and then the rest of it starts to make sense. Okay, I know I have to do this. And especially if you go from designer to designer, like I know on Love Notions exactly what I need to do. I need to lengthen the bodice by almost 2 inches, and I need to add that crotch extension. I know that. If I'm the first time I make a new designer, I probably will make a muslin. But after that, I kind of know how they are, and then I won't bother because I know what I have to do. So I think, the key is just learning your body, and you start knowing what to do before you even tackle it. And most of the time when I make a toile, it's a wearable one that I can wear around the house. Those 2 pair of pants that were hanging over there for days and days and days and days that have been in my videos forever. Those were fit muslins for the Sabrina Slims. I was a tester for that, and I was thinking in my head that, oh, those didn't fit. So I didn't really, because they were just 12s. And I didn't go back to them. And then the other day I put them on and I'm like, these look really pretty good. So I'm going to hem them and, certainly they're good for every day. But it was just funny because they fit way better than I thought. But, we were being so picky while testing, you're way pickier than you would any other time. So, lucky you guys got butts. I don't. If I could only give you some, Paula. I have, even my best friend would come over. We had babies at the same time, and she would come over and say, my kids just don't have butts. Your kids have butts. Like even, the whole family, everybody has a butt. Lucky you guys, you got butts. I don't have that, and that's why I'm struggling with fit pants patterns. Well, that's a hurdle, just like, a full seat is. It's just an individual thing. Everybody's got hurdles. I don't care. Nobody's perfect shape. So, you're Deb. Okay. Thank you, because I wasn't quite sure what to call you. I thought one time I thought you were Linda, but that's somebody else, I think. Kathy, it's a stretch lace with purple and ecru. Ooh, that sounds beautiful. Have you seen the Let It Be fabric from Joann's? I haven't, but somebody emailed me and told me about the yellow submarine fabric. I did see that, but I need to check out the Let It Be fabric because I have the one Beatles shirt that I made with, it's a Melody Dolman where half of the front is Beatles fabric. I love that top. I just wore it the other day. I just love it. But I love the any more Beatles fabric. I'll make something out of it. Sometimes I just make fun pillowcases just because. So that might even be a fun pillowcase to throw in my husband's pillow. He'd like that. He loves the Beatles too. We still bond over that all these years later. For my toweling, I use old bed sheets. So do I, Paula. Most of the time, if it's, where I'm likely to do that is for a bodice. And especially like a big 4 pattern, because they always have I swear they put the breasts up here. And those, so I always have to do some dart moving and things like of that nature. So I tend to make the bodices up, woven bodices with bed sheets until it fits, and then make it. Yeah, the yellow submarine one was really cute, very cute. I think there's a myth that there's something wrong with you if given pattern doesn't fit one out of the box. It is a myth, because it's not just a myth, it doesn't exist. Nobody is a perfect fit. No one. Yeah, fitting is that's why I'm really passionate about. And this top doesn't fit right. I'm just going to say it. Let me tell you what I did. This is the Ellie Mac curved hem tee. And for some reason, I read that those were bands instead of binding. So this is what happens if you put a band instead of binding. It rides up in the arm side. I could fix it, but it's just a tank top, so I didn't. But yeah, that's why it doesn't fit quite right. Big 4 darts always in my armholes. Yep, you're right. They are. They're huge. Like, hugely. I mean, hugely the wrong place. Yeah, it is a myth. All right. So you guys think that pants will be a good place to start, and then we'll move on to I've already done a skirt one. If you go back in the Friday sewing school thing, I've already done a skirt fitting, but I can do it again with a different pattern. We did a pencil skirt, which are a little bit harder to fit than any other kind of skirt. So, because the hips have to be in the right place. If you get, I used to think when I'd shop for skirts, like ready to wear skirts, like they'd fit my hips really good if I put the waistline up here. And, when I make them, that, of course, because I have a short rise and that happens in skirts as well. So, you just have to put the hips in the right place to make a skirt fit well. Yep. Yeah. Even joggers can be hard though, So if you've made joggers, you'll be able to do the woven ones, no problem. I think I might keep it a little bit generic, but I will probably use the duets, just because that's what I tend to make. Excuse me. I should really not do this right after lunch. I tend to make, for myself, if I want dress trousers, I make the duets, like, to wear to church or something like that, or like if I have a business meeting of some kind, which I don't ever have anymore. This is as close to a business meeting as I get nowadays, but I used to for photography quite a bit, and that's what I would do. Like that would be my dressy casual pants. But if I am just want relaxed woven ones, I'll do the Allegros. And if I want jeans, I like the Tessa jeans from Seamwork. They're my favorite. They fit me really well. But I will probably try another pattern. I'm thinking I might do the Eddystone from Itch to Stitch, or I might do the cashmerette ones because I know they would be more contoured to the way that I am. So I love making jeans. I've done gingers and I've done the Seamwork ones, and I like the Seamwork ones a lot better. I did do a jeans fitting video back, when would that have been? In the fall, I think. So if you go back a little ways, it wasn't a Friday sewing school one, it was just on a Tuesday one, and it was jeans fitting, and I actually talked a lot about crotch depth and how to find it and all that stuff. So if you want a refresher on that, you can watch that, and then, that'll give you a basis. But I'm going to start at the beginning anyway. But if you want a head start, you can watch that one. I think I'll do a woven one first, because I think that when it comes to fitting pants, that the same principles apply with both. And I think that the hardest one to get right is the woven, just because there's no give. You have to make it to fit. There's no fudging it with stretch. So I think we'll do the woven one. That way we can't hide any fit problems, because you can hide a lot of them with knits. But, like I said, it would just be something where we don't all have to do the same pattern as a sew-along per se, but, the principles are the same. So, but I'll demonstrate on the duet pattern, but you certainly could use any pattern you want. Then after we're done with that, if you want to do a knit pattern, we can. That'd be fine. The difference with the knit and fit is just that there's not as much ease, pretty much. You don't need as much ease because movement doesn't have to be accounted for with knits nearly as much. Sometimes, like with leggings and things, you actually have negative ease. I'm not thrilled with things that have negative ease because they cling, and they show every bump. So I like things that have either just no ease or a little bit of positive ease, even if they are knit. I made a pair of Sabrina Slims that were Liverpool, and those are the nicest fitting pair of pants. I love those pants. The duet is Love Notions. You can use your old patterns if you want to, Deb, or, get one of the others. Like I said, I think the principles are the same, whichever pattern you use. And I think that's what I want to drive home too, is that, you know, you don't have to go back to square one and figure it out with every single pattern. Once you know how your body is, you can pretty much guess what you're going to have to do. You could use an old sheet for a first pants. Try. It works fine. You don't have to go out and buy anything. Or if you think you might want to wear them, you could do shorts and use like a Walmart fabric or something. That would work also. I am so dry today. I tried Swedish tracing paper for twirls. It was pretty good. Really? I had never done that. Otherwise, I use whatever. Offcuts, curtain lining. That's a good thing to use too. Oh, using the lining is a great idea if it's a lined bodice. Yeah, good. So, yeah. Well, that'll be good this week then. And I really am happy with being able to see what you guys are wanting in the lives. That's been a really positive thing about doing this on Sunday afternoons with you guys, because otherwise I'd have to guess, what you want. And in the comments, I mean, people do say things there, but this is just a really nice way to talk to you guys and get a feel for what people really need, because that's, I want to make videos that people need and will watch. So that's really good. 6-inch difference between high and full bust. Wow. Yeah. Heidi, have you watched my narrow shoulder adjustment video? It's a different kind of narrow shoulder adjustment. You're actually making a smaller size in the neck and shoulders, and then when you get to the arm side, it goes to the larger size, and you can go down them. I mean, I've already done like 3 to 4 sizes difference. You might try that. It opened another world to me, because I'm really small here. It's about the only small part on me is right here. And then, instead of doing a full bust adjustment, I'll do that sometimes, because the full bust adjustment, the rest of me is all good in relation to my bust, just this is small. So I just take that down instead of doing the full bust and then, grading out at the waist and grading out at the hips. It's just better to just go ahead and make the bigger size, but make a smaller neck and shoulders. Thank you, Kay. Have a happy Memorial Day to you too, and I pray that you guys get your stuff figured out, and let me know what you guys are doing, because I'm sort of interested, because they keep asking me my opinion, and I have one, but I don't want to be the only one to decide it. One guy said that there's a third of the people who think that this was all for nothing, and there's a third of the people who think that we're doing everything right, and then there's another third of the people who think we aren't doing enough. So no matter what you do, you're going to tick off 2/3 of the people. So yeah, that's the situation that churches are in, I think, and not just churches, but every place. We have to figure out how to get back safely. Broad shoulders for my torso size, so I've needed to either grade up 2 sizes or do a shoulder adjustment up to 1 inch. Wow, that's the opposite from me. I should be an 8, judging by my size right here, but I'm between a 16 and 18, the rest of me. So I usually grade down to about a 12 or 14 in the neck and shoulders, and then go out to the 16 or 18. So And those will be a little harder for me to demonstrate the fit on things that are sort of opposite from the issues I've dealt with. But I know it. It's just going to be hard to demonstrate it. So I don't know if I can find some models or something, but maybe we can work one-on-one and show, then see what you did and then show it. That I don't know how to do it, but we'll figure it out. I'm open to whatever because I really want to help. And I feel like the world of patterns is just opened up so wide when you understand how things are going to fit from the get-go, and it makes you a lot less afraid to try stuff. In the small shoulder adjustment, you're talking about the one where you use the high bust measurement for the upper part and then grade to a bigger size. Actually, no, I use it for the neckline. So I do use the high upper bust measurement to sort of determine what size, but I actually, when I trace the pattern, I'll trace the neck and shoulders of, like it's me, pretend it's me, and I need a 14 and a 16. All right, so I would trace the neck and shoulders of the 14, and then I would copy the arm side of the 16, copy that curve on a piece of paper. I cut that paper, and I lay it down, and I start at the point of the shoulder, and then I swing that out to meet the 16 so that I have the arm side and the side seam of the 16. It works so well because it's small just right here and nowhere else. So it works really well for me. It's just a little bit different way of doing it rather than just taking stuff out of the shoulder area. But then you have to remember to, if you have a tab or facing or anything like that, you have to remember to cut those in the small size as well, anything that attaches to the neckline. However, the sleeves are in the larger size because the arm size is in the larger size. All right. Well, I think everybody's out enjoying their weekend today, which is good. It's a beautiful day. And, yeah, very good. Yeah, check there's a video, it's called Narrow Shoulder Adjustment. It's in the Friday Sewing School videos, and I demonstrated exactly how to do that, what I just talked about. That is just, it revolutionized my sewing for me because that's one of my big problems. So maybe it'll help you. Never know. All right. Anybody have any other questions today, or things they want to share, things they've made, or? I have. There's a video called Fabric Choice is Everything. Someone asked if I've done a video about fabric types. Fabric Choice is Everything, it's called, and I went through the different, like matching patterns to fabrics. I don't know if I really talked about like well, I think I have one of those in Friday Sewing School as well that just goes through the types of fabrics. But the choosing fabric for a pattern, the video is called Fabric Choice is Everything. And we can do some more of that. Maybe we can do it in a practical way by like walking through it. That's kind of what I want to do with the pants to start and say, okay, what, assuming we're using the duet, what fabrics would be good for the duet, and what fabrics would not be good, and those kind of things. So yeah, I think that's another thing. I think that the thing that makes your sewing look professional more than neat top stitching, more than fit even, is picking the right fabric. Because if you pick the wrong fabric, it's like a light bulb that just says, somebody who doesn't really know how to sew made me. Right? I mean, I really think that choosing the right fabric is what makes a garment look professional. It's just, I just think it makes a huge difference. Favorite cami. I haven't done a video on that, but I was on a quest to find one last year. I ended up drafting one between the Luna, which is a knit. So if you want to knit one, that's really good. And then there's a let's see, I think it's the Savannah for Seamwork. I took that one and put the straps I wanted on it, and it ended up being really nice. But I will probably, I want to try the Misty and I want to try the Ogden. Maybe we should try a bunch of different cami patterns too. This summertime, this would be a good time to do that. I'll put that on my idea list because I think that would be real fun. Oh, thank you. Paprina, is that how you say your name? Paprina Mall? Thank you so much. It's good to see you in here. Maybe for a later time, but how about sewing for others? I want to sew for my daughter-in-laws and need tips for how to select patterns and styles and what they most appreciate. Boy, that's a really good one. I like that idea. Maybe we can do that closer to like when we start planning for Christmas. Because I start sewing for Christmas in about usually September. So right around then maybe would be a good time to do a series on sewing for other people and how do you ask for their measurements. That's another thing. Some people are really leery of giving them to you, you know. I have a daughter that struggles with weight and I make her things I just have to guess. She's shaped like me, so that part's easy. But you know, I have to kind of guess. We all struggle with weight. She's thinner than I am, but she thinks she struggles with weight. And it's just, she doesn't want to say what her measurements are. You know, I understand that. I spent half of my life that way, but I'm not afraid of saying them now because, I mean, obviously they're larger than the normal person because I'm a, you know, overweight person, and I'm okay with my identity now. I'd love to lose weight for my health so I can live longer, but I am who I am, so. Actually, yes, there is you can make the Harmony from Love Notions in a tank top version. You can also, there's a couple of them, Seamwork has the Greta, which is just a little tee that has like a tie right here. And then there is the Clark, which is actually cut on a bias, so it takes a bit more fabric. But yeah, there's a lot of woven tees out there. The Megan Nielsen Eucalypt is a dress, but I think they have a tee version. It's shaped just about just like this too, with a curved bottom and everything. Yep, same here. I grew up with a mom who knew exactly how to put things together, patterns with fabric. It's a hard thing to learn. One thing to do is to go to the stores during the ready-to-wear and just find fabrics that you like and look at the labels, and then you can kind of like compare that label to the labels in the fabric store, and you might not know that that was Liverpool or double brush poly or ITY. Later on you'll know. And then there's another thing. Let me show you one thing. Or did I? Yeah, no, it's there. I'll be right back. I've got a book. Sorry for walking in front of the camera. I have this book called Fabrics for Fashion, and it has swatches on all these different types of fabric, and then you can feel them. And this is a pricey book, but it's worth it. So I have it in my Amazon store that you can link to if you want. I just got an Amazon. I just became an Amazon influencer. They accepted me the other day, so I'm excited about that. It's another way to be able to share with you guys things, and then, you know, earn a little bit of extra money for my family and for the channel. Like here, this is silk charmeuse. You know, different types of fabric that you can check and see. Then you can feel them, and you can say, oh, that's, you know, crepe or whatever. And there's knits in here as well, so that's very helpful. I don't know. Droplet, or I don't know that I've ever heard those terms. Let me see. There's a, that must be a new term for something. Not, oh, microfiber? Are you talking about microfiber? Micro duplex. Huh. Well, that's a dictionary. I'll look for it rather than taking up all of your time. I don't think there's those specific words in here. And I've never heard of those, so guess we learned something today. No, there's no droplet in here either. I'll have to look that up. Something new on me. Wow, $18.99. Well, you know, that's how they got their clothes then. Exactly. I agree with you that whether to do a narrow shoulder or an FBA depends on the pattern. It also depends on how the rest of you is shaped. For me, I'm small and then just large. So I'm better off, you know, to just grade down the neck size. The FBA, when I test for Love Notions, she generally has me do the full bust piece, and the jumpsuit that we're testing right now, I'm doing a 14 top with a full bust and then an 18 bottom, and I haven't made it yet. I'll fess up, I haven't gotten that done because the grandchild is coming today, so I have to finish that. But yeah, I think, you know, the jury's still out sometimes, but I feel like I have to make so many adjustments. If I make this adjustment, I don't have to do anything else. So it just depends on your shape and the pattern and all kinds of things. Hi, Gloria. Nice to see you. That's so neat, Teresa, about your grandma. That's how it was then. Well, Deb, I'm on a quest to find out what those knits are. In Africa and India, they don't use patterns either. That's awesome. Interestingly enough, there are tank tops with built-in bras. I think you can put a shelf bra in some of the Charlee patterns. I think there's a shelf bra in the 5 out of 4 patterns. I think if you stay tuned, Love Notions will have a solution for that real soon. Can't let any cats out of the bag, but I think they're going to be releasing something that has a built-in bra. Well, not releasing something, but showing how to put a bra in something. I did a video on putting a bra in any pattern. So that was called the Hepburn pattern. It was a patterns for pirates, and it had this neckline like this, you know, where it I don't know what you call that, but it comes this way. And I love those necklines, but they're problematic for bras. So I put a bra into it. So I demonstrated how I did that in a video. So if you look back, there's I was getting ready to go to Mexico. It's one of my Mexico makes, so it was probably February-ish. Back then, you'll probably find that video. Yeah. All right. Well, we'll do pants and then we'll do camis. Sounds good to me. Yeah, it's a raglan, but there's no sleeves. So it comes like this, and then there's no sleeves at all. So I think that's, I don't know what it's called, but raglan I think has sleeves, or maybe that's still a raglan, just a sleeveless raglan. But it's kind of gathered at the neck. I love the way those look on me because it accents the smallest part of me, really. So I enjoy those kind of patterns. And now I have a solution with the built-in bra. All right. San Bernardino, Los Angeles, and Texas. Wow, Diana, you go a long way. Is that for work that you do that? I'm using quilt fabrics to toile some garments as I don't quilt as much. Yeah. I used to a little bit, but not very much anymore. I like Misty Cami. It darts in wide straps. The Ogden does nothing. I've heard that a lot from anybody who's not real thin, that the Ogden is not good. Iron Tess. That's cute. It's a, yeah, I guess maybe it's a halter top, but isn't a halter top backless? I don't know. Maybe not. That might be right. Maybe what I think of a halter top from the 70s, it was backless, but that's probably just a backless halter top, right? I don't know. Thank you, Deb, for coming in. I'm sorry I bumble myself so much over these lives, but I do enjoy them, and this is the real me. Lots of mistakes and goofs and swallowing drinks of water. I just get very dry up here. So anyway, thank you so much for popping in today. I'm going to probably be shutting down soon. Okay, I'm just going to read your answer to my question. Son in LA, husband in San Bernardino, daughter in Texas. That's a good idea. Sewing machines in each place. Where is your daughter in Texas? Yeah, I do too. I'm not bashful about mine. You'll see mine when we do our measuring videos. I'll share them liberally. Nobody's a supermodel shape except for maybe Heidi Klum. Hi, Jan. Burnside bibs and doing French seams. I am doing the view with a zipper. Any tips on doing that? You mean I don't know what the Burnside bibs are, first of all, so I have to look them up. Thank you very, very much, Mary Grace. Thank you, Deborah. Putting a zipper in a French seam. I've never done that. I would imagine you would enclose the zipper pull or the zipper fabric tabs in the seam. That's what I would guess you would do. So I would think that you would use a lot of Wonder Tape. That's probably what I would do. Yeah, good question. I'd like to see it because but I think I'd probably use Wonder Tape or something to keep it all in the right place as you go along. Drats. God bless you too, Bex. Thank you, Diane. Yeah, the swatch book is neat. You'd love it. All right, well, Jan, I'm going to look that up. So, are you in the Facebook group? Because you could post a picture of what you're doing, and then we can all benefit on tips. I would think that, a French seam is sewn and then enclosed. So, I would think that you would probably. How would you do that? I don't know. You're probably going to have to like snip at the bottom and snip at the top if it's like in a seam or whatever, um, and just enclose the tabs. I'm not sure how else you could do it. I don't know how you would really enclose the zipper into that French seam. I'm thinking about that. I'm going to be thinking about that all night now. Um, the name of the Facebook group is Dorothy's Daughter Community, and I just started a few days ago. So I think when I looked earlier today, there's 115 people who have joined so far. So it's just another place to ask questions. Not to take away from the comments on the videos, because y'all, those help me. So don't stop doing those. But to just be able to share pictures and things, because you can't do that in the comments. You can't share pictures. And I really want this to be a community. You all help me too. And so, we can share our sewing ideas and things, and you guys can tell me what it is you want to see, which is really helpful for me when I'm planning. And yeah, everybody gets helped that way. So hi, Michelle. Yes, you can, Paula. Just Dorothy's Daughter Community. It's a private group, but all you have to do is ask to join. I'll be watching for you, so no problem. I haven't refused anybody yet. I only have it that way so that we don't get those guys who look. I don't know if y'all get friend requests on Facebook from these guys that they all look like they're army guys, right? So that you'd feel sorry for them or something. They have no followers and no mutual friends, and you have no idea who this person is. And I think they're just on the prowl. So I don't want anybody like that in our group. So that's the only reason why I'm doing it. I want to make sure that's people who sew. That's all. If you sew, you're in. You too, Dot. Thank you very much. Hi, Ingrid. Nice to see you. Thank you, Jan. I appreciate you too. Well, y'all, I know some people just came in, but I'm going to wrap it up pretty soon. I can go another 5 minutes or so. I've got babies coming tonight. My 3-year-old granddaughter and 5-year-old, well, 4 now, but he'll be 5 in June, grandson are spending the night, and they're very excited. And so I've got some cleaning to do before they get here. Good, Kathy. I'm glad you did. If you go on Facebook group, I shared a blooper from this channel that's pretty funny. I couldn't say pussy bow blouse. And I'll just leave it at that. I will. Thank you, Ingrid. Well, I will see you all in the Facebook group, and we'll probably chat again next Sunday, Lord willing. And if there's any change to the day or anything, I'll let you know. But for the most part, I'm going to try and keep them on Sunday afternoons. So have a wonderful day, and I will see you all soon. Bye-bye. Thank you, guys.